Building an S54 wagon or sedan is not easy, and it is definitely not cheap. Today we're gonna go over how much money we are into this car and how much money I think you could do this for yourself. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Tenza Motorsports. Now, we have gone over this topic a little bit in another video, but I wasn't able to give the final numbers on how much we have spent on this specific car. And in our last video, we talked about this topic. I talked about kind of roughly what I think it would cost to build one. And I know that M3 prices are going up, but if we would have just done the M3 and this car, we could have probably have done this for, I don't know, maybe 12 grand, and that's with a little bit of play. If you just bought one car and popped everything over and only replaced pieces that you broke as you were pulling the two engines out, I think you could probably do it if you got two cars like how much we paid for them. You could probably do it for around 12, but that would be nothing else. It wouldn't be your front bumper, it'd be your headlights, it'd be nothing else. It'd be just buying an M3, buying a wagon, and then moving the parts over. I would suspect if you had a car that had good paint and the wagon was actually in good condition, that something like this, if you can find an M3 for a decent price, really you could still build for around that 15 grand. It might be a little bit tight, but I want to talk about how much we're into this car total. And that total number as of right now is $21,665. Now, there is one other thing I got to do before this thing leaves. It is done at this point. I need to get the AC recharged, and that's it. And it's actually, this is probably the last video I'll be doing while it's here in our shop. And then we're gonna be moving on to some other projects, and you'll see that coming up. All right, so right off the top, we have a $6,500 2002 M3, and then we have a $2,200 2004 wagon. And then we have just over $1,000. This would be running out to Oklahoma and picking up the M3, and then running back and forth to Utah looking for a wagon. I went there once before trying to pick up a car and ended up not working out. So we had a couple of trips back and forth to Utah, but this ended up being down there, and so we ended up picking that up. And I kind of want to go over the list of things that were on top of doing this swap. I don't want to sit there and talk about every single replacement nut and bolt and bushing that we had to do, because that's pretty standard. If you can't figure that out, then you probably shouldn't be doing this. But on top of that, we bought headlights, these grills here, side markers, tail lights, front bumper. We replaced the fender liners. We replaced the fog lights. We have a new shift knob. The head unit pulled over from the M3 that was already in there, and then we bought a backup camera that I then had to buy a bunch of wiring for and run that back all up to the front, so when you put the car in reverse, that all runs properly. We rewrapped the A, B, and C pillars, so we had fabric and then fabric glue. We also had this car painted, so this would be all the sanding supplies. I ended up buying a new air compressor, but I paid for that. And then we had the car all sanded down and ready to go. We took it down to Mako and had them paint it there, so you had that cost. That was a couple grand to get it painted. And then we had the trim around the car, all this black trim that was painted at a local shop. We also had the gas going to and from Mako, because we had to take the trailer down there. It was in the middle of winter. We weren't able to drive it, obviously, because it was pulled apart. And yeah, so we used the trailer. The other thing we did was buy another wheel. Now, the M3 that we had got had some damage on the passenger front, and what ended up happening was he spun it in some rain and ran it up onto a curb, and so ended up busting that wheel. So he had aftermarket wheels. The problem with those wheels were that they weren't going to fit on this car. They were way too aggressive of an offset and how wide the wheels were. So we went to these wheels. So I only had three of these. I had two rears and one front. So we bought another wheel, and then we had two tires that were in really good condition. I wanted to make sure that those matched. Unfortunately, they stopped making that exact tire, but the same company made basically an equivalent. So we have the rear tires and the front tires are from the same manufacturer. They're equivalent tire, but it's not the exact same name. We had to get the exhaust custom done. Really all I had to do was take the OEM non-M exhaust, and then we took the M3 exhaust and we cut them both, and then I had a local shop merge them together. And then we are still using stock gaskets, so there's nothing like abnormal about that. Same thing with the brakes. All of them are going to be M3 brakes. And then the oil, all the fluids, all M3 parts. So basically this really is an M3 underneath this with a non-M wagon body. I made sure that every single part of that M3 that would fit and that we could get to move over without too many issues got moved over, including the fuel tank. Yeah, that's kind of all the things we did. If I remember right, I think we replaced this front badge. So there's just a few things on the car, but you can see how big of a difference that makes. Just the headlights, the bumper, and doing taillights, how much that dresses up the car opposed to what it was originally. And it had really crappy eBay headlights, so I couldn't leave those on there. Your project always ends up being more than what you wanted to spend. And for us, we're gonna be under 22 grand. And like I said, that's with recharging the AC. That's the last thing I got to do. I've also got to vacuum out the interior and some other stuff, just kind of clean it up. But this car won't be in the shop for much longer. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully that answered some of your questions of some of the things that we did that wasn't just doing the M3 swap, that was actually total cost. So again, we're in it right now about $21,665. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but these sell for about that, maybe a little bit less. In fact, right now, in this economy, I have no idea what they sell for because I haven't looked for a while, but a couple years ago when we started this, they were selling for like the high teens. And if they're done really well, I saw some of them going for close to 25 grand. So I think the owner needed to sell this car. They could get back out of it pretty even. I told him if he ever sells the car that I want first choice. So you might see this again, you might not, but we've had a lot of fun building this car. And if you want to do something like this, absolutely, I would say do it. This was my first big project like this. I've pulled engines out before, I've done rebuilds. All of this was done from just watching YouTube videos and doing research. I do not have any proper schooling for this kind of stuff. So if you have the tools, the ability, the room to do something like this, I would absolutely encourage that. You learn so much, and there's actually a really large community for the E46 platform. You would think, being a European, German car that's not super modified, you'd think that there wouldn't be such a community, and it's huge. There's a big community on Reddit. There's a big community. There's actually a lot of forums, and most, if I remember right, all questions I had were answered, already asked and already answered years and years and years ago. So like when we were working on the cruise control and stuff like that, all that was answered in the forums. There's a few things that I wasn't able to get fixed. For some reason, the driver's side power mirror just will not work, and I have no idea why, and then the cruise control. But so hopefully that's not a huge deal for the owner, but there's a couple things that I couldn't quite get ironed out. And shy of taking it to a dealership, which I have no idea what they would do if they got the car, I don't know what to do about the cruise control. So we might keep working on that a little bit, but this is probably the last time you guys will see the car on the channel, which is kind of sad. I'm gonna miss the car. I've really fallen in love with it. I think it looks so cool. I love the color. I love the interior. I gotta move on to some other projects. So thanks everybody so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Tenza_Motorsports. We'll be doing some giveaways. We do have a super clean giveaway. I'm not sure when we're doing it. I'm kind of recording this video in the middle of some others. So if we've already done the super clean giveaway, I'm sorry you missed out on that. But if you want any other chances to win a giveaway, all you have to do is follow us on Instagram, because that's where we're gonna be choosing one of the winners from, is pulling it from our follow list. All you gotta do, follow us, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel. If you enjoyed today's content, hit the like button. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bam!